Alright guys, here we have the BZ scenario. That's what I'm going to call it because I can't pronounce the real name. But the setup's pretty simple here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations. You're going to line them up. And then you'll have the cable car according to the number of players. And then you'll have the summit right after it. They don't count as one spot. We'll explain that during the rules. But again, you're just going to look at the top left of the card, line up the track cards before it, add all the cubes afterwards, and on everything else. We'll explain the rules on all these special station abilities shortly. But A through F here, just use the base overlay cards according to the number of players. Although you do have a special G card for 1 to 5 players, so that's going to be standard there. Snow is going to completely replace fog in this scenario, so throw those fog markers away and bring in the snow. We're going to replace 4 and we do have an overlay card, but you're going to put 4 and 8. You're going to put a token on those because we're going to replace the station event with snow events. There's a couple of cards just to remind you what snow does, but I'll explain it to you in the rules, so they're not really that necessary. Study reminders for 2. They do want you to play with the special 8B Burlock train here, so you're going to play with that instead of the 0-1 train. Honestly, it's just a crappier version of that train. You'll shuffle the base deck, you'll align 5. I've already done that. Place the coal cubes that belong, so there's 2 trains from the base that you're not playing with. You'll put everyone else in their surveyors in the surveyor office. Give everyone their starting 16 tokens and put their third worker in the pub, and then we'll talk about the rules now. Okay, well, the BZ rules. This is probably, or not probably, but it is by far the most complex of all of these snow scenarios. So there's 3. This one actually introduces interesting things with the surveyor, and the snow works completely different. So read the rules or follow this and to learn how to play. So the first thing we'll talk about is the snow, because that's what makes this one unique, and then we'll talk about everything else around it. So the way snow works is you're going to add 1 to 2 cubes to the first spot that it finds coming down the mountain that is either partially excavated or fully excavated. You can almost think of it like the opposite of the rubble event. So the rubble event that's here, here, and here. The snow almost works complete opposite, but there are some tweaks in it. So normally a rubble event, let's say it's 4, you'd remove 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. In a snow event, you'll do the same thing, but there are some exceptions. So let's just run through some of those exceptions. So let's pretend these 3 are completely removed of cubes, and let's say our excavation rate is 2. So when a snow event hits, you're always going to look, just like the rubble event, you're going to look at the rate, so it's 2. So you're going to work your way down the mountain and find the first spot that's partially or fully excavated, so that would be here. And then you're going to count the amount of spaces equal to the work rate, which is 2. So it's going to be 1, 2. For both those spots, you can add 1 or 2 cubes to it up to its maximum. So if, just to give you an idea, if this was 3, you'd only add 1 cube there, obviously, because it would hit its maximum. But anything below 2, you'd add 2 cubes to it. Alright? So if there was 2, you'd add 2 more. If there was 0, you'd add 2 cubes. And you do the same thing for the next spot. Now, the exception to this is after hitting your first one, any spot after that has an ownership marker or is a laid track by the AI or by a player, or the station is full, you still count the work rate, but you just don't add a token to it. So in this example here, let's say the work rate was still 2. You calculate down the mountain, you go 1, 2, right? So you'll still add cubes to this one, but you won't do anything to this spot here. Let's say the work rate was 4 right now. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say it was empty. Just like that. So you'll add 2 cubes here, you'll do nothing here, you'll add 2 cubes here, and you'll add 2 cubes here. Right? I mean, that's how snow works. So you always start from the top and you work your way down. Now, an interesting part of this scenario is you can actually we'll talk about it later, but your surveyor can be up ahead, much higher than everyone else. So if you start doing work here, you're almost going to prevent the game from adding snow to the bottom, because if you, for example, remove these 2 cubes, the game's going to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to only affect this range. So even if stuff's partially excavated here, it won't go down. Alright, that's snow. Now, let's talk about the overlay card and surveyors now, because this is a massive change and very unique to this scenario. So action G is now you're able to move your surveyor 1 or 2 spots in any direction. You're gonna be like, why would you want to do that? Well, that's because in this scenario, every action you take, the point of origin of that action is your surveyor. So at the start of the game, everyone's at base camp here. So everyone's treated like it's the base game. Everyone's excavating rubble, building, and laying track from here going up. But if I were to move my surveyor here, now my point of origin for all my actions is this spot here. So I can build here, and when I excavate up the mountain and down the mountain. Any direction that I choose. If I'm here, I excavate and build from here, and then I can excavate up or down the mountain and build track up and down the mountain. So your point of origin of all your actions is where your surveyor is. Alright? Now, his range is between stations. So if I'm here, I can affect everything up to here and everything up to here. So if all this is cleared of rubble, and let's say all of this is cleared of rubble, I will not be able to clear this rubble because it's outside my my range, because it's past the next station. Alright? So if you were here, just as an example, you can only affect these 3 cards, essentially. If you were here, you can affect these 5 cards. Alright? So the base game rules still apply. Let's say I'm here and I want to build into there, then all the rubble will have to be removed up to there. But if I am there, in that station, I can build directly in that station even though there's rubble there. Okay, so that's how surveyors work. There are some special rules at the end over here. So once you start getting near the end of the game and you're going up here, it's to reach the summit. It's sort of a first come first serve type thing. So the first person to hit the summit is going to get more points than everyone else. But how to get to the summit is you're going to have to take the cable car. Now every step you take on the cable car, so the red space is there, is going to cost you 2 rubble. So let's say you're here and you move 2, because your movement is 2. You're going to go 1, 2. That's going to cost you 4 rubble because you took 2 steps on the cable car. Alright, if you move again 2, you go 1, 2. And you'll only have to pay 2 rubble because you took 1 space more on the cable car. If ever you were here and you move 2, you go 1, 2, you'll pay 2 rubble, and so on, 1, 2. Alright? Now, wherever you are in any of these 3 cards, you can sort of simulate that you're on this card when performing the 3 actions, which are lay rail, excavation, and building. So you can affect these 3 cards. Alright, so that's how all this system works. I mean, in this scenario still, it's a little hard to get up there, but that's just how it works. Now, there are some special things going on some of the stations. So if you build in here, let me just take this card. There's a gain 1 contract card when you build here. Do not replace from the restock list. So you have to build. So it's only on rows 2 and 3. So obviously only these 2. So when you do that, you take a contract from this row, and you don't replace it until the end of the turn. So build step is here, taking card is here. So you might take a card from here before it gets replenished when somebody does their action here. So that's the same thing. This spot and this spot are treated the exact same way. They both have that ability. Missing 2 cubes there. And lastly, there's I'll just show you with this card because that card has the exact same thing. There's a way to get temporary workers. The coal cube, you'd still put your ownership marker on it, and just for the next turn, you'd take your 3rd worker and you'll be able to place it. You'll go back into the pub at the end of the round. That's how this little temp worker thing works. Alright, I think that's everything about that. So we are using the base deck here. So whenever you see the fog marker, just pretend it's snow. So let's say it was like this to start the game. It would obviously be snow and then rain. So that's how this deck works. Whenever you see snow, just fog, just put snow. Alright, and lastly we'll just talk about this new train that they want you to play with. It's kind of garbage. It's just a shittier version of the base 1 train, which was 2 excavation all the time. This one is 1 excavation all the time, but it gets a +1 when it's snowing out, which is just worse. just a lot worse. That's it. That should be all the rules. If I forgot something, I'll post it now, but I guess we'll go to the playthrough. But before turn 1, I'll give you my thoughts like usual. This is one of my favorite scenarios. I mean, if you want to play snow, play this one. The other two are very basic, and the Zug one is not bad. It's fun to play with dynamite, obviously. You're blowing stuff up, you're getting a lot of rubble in that scenario, and you're working your way up. The Washington one I don't recommend unless you're playing with noobs, because it's very long and it's very basic. So it's a longer game and less interesting, so it's a bad combination. But this one overall is great because your surveyor's doing something, your station spots do something, and we're racing up the mountain there to get the 16 points. So let's get started. I'm first player like usual. Also, what's cool about this one, you can start excavating right away, getting some markers out there. Oh, I did forget to set up my my start here, so let me give it a good shuffle. Let's play like one more time. There you go. So sun, snow, sun. So we'll just replace it like this, and we'll flip these over, and we're ready to go. So discount on station, discount on station, and a late track event here. So I mean, it's sort of customary to go get resources right away in this game, but right now we could excavate, and you know what, both green and actually green will do it, yellow won't do it. Then I'll actually jump on that spot, and green doesn't want to get shut out of resources, and yellow will go get a contract card. So turn 1's pretty simple here. So we're all here, so I explained in the rules, all our actions, our point of origin is base camp here. So we're working our way up, and eventually, maybe even next turn, we'll move our guy to go up and so on. We'll see how things turn out. But let's run through this. So yellow's gonna go first. What do they want to do? They'll grab 3 ore. Gonna get a steel bar right away. Green's gonna go next. They'll go 2 and 1 probably. Let's do that. Then I'll stay first player, keep this big chunky train. I'll go 2 and 1. Let's see if my camera works. Yeah, there you go. So green's gonna excavate, so we'll show you how that works. So the rate is 2, so he's gonna remove 2 cubes. So he's gonna take these 2, goes to his personal supply. Because he completely excavated a station, he gets to put his marker on there. Oh, it's this guy here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. These 2 cubes, put them in my personal supply, freed out a station, take a marker, put it down. 3 points. There you go. Easy peasy. So now yellow's going to go. So he's got a card to get. So he's getting... I gave him 3 ore to try to get some steel. So maybe he'll take this card here. It's a little easier to do than this card, so 4 less rubble, but we'll see what he can do with it. Alright, so there's the end of the action phase, so we're gonna just refresh. We'll move these things up. It's gonna be rain. Now, snow event, I already explained it, but at the beginning of the game there's literally everything's full, so it'll hit here and basically our ownership marker's on it, so nothing's gonna happen. And let's just refill the cubes. We'll be back for round 2. Alright, turn 2. So let's set up these cubes. Oh, a couple of coal cubes. Alright, so we got our first event. So rebel event, so it's two spaces worth. So 1, 2. So normally I flip those over, but with this scenario, snow might get piled back on, so I won't bother flipping cards over until we actually build track on them. So pink's still first player. What do I want to do? Alright, so I just noticed there's only 3 ore, and I might want to race for that. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm going to race for this to make sure that I can get a steel bar next turn. Green's next, so what's green going to do? Green's looking around. Does he want to excavate? No. He does maybe want to build. He'll get resources and then build because he's sure to get some stone, I think. Yellow's got that discount, but if he goes there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, he's gonna get 2 stone. Yeah, he'll go there just to be first player, so that he's set up for next turn. What I'm gonna do actually is I will move my surveyor. Green's gonna go on a build, and yellow's gonna go on a build, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so let's run through this. Okay, I'm gonna go first. So let's look at my tableau here. I really need at least 1 ore. But you know what, I'll take all 3. Get ready for some steel bars soon. Green's gonna go. Not exactly what he wanted to see, but he's gonna look here. So he's got 2 options. He can take the coal to get a temp worker on the following turn because he's building. And if he doesn't do that, then he can go for the 8 points here. So he can technically do both because he'll be at 3 stones. So you know what, he'll do that. I'll take a coal and 2 stone. And then yellow will be first player. We'll give him the big chunky train. And what he's gonna do, he's gonna take 3 stone. And I'll show you why in just a little bit. So green's gonna go build. So green's gonna turn in his coal. Put his ownership marker on this spot here. That's gonna give him his 3rd worker just for next turn, so we'll give him that. So that's this guy. Then yellow's gonna go. So yellow is going to build. He's going to use 3 stone, but he is going to tap his card that he got last turn to get a discount of a stone. So he's actually going to build in the 4 spot here. Boom. So we'll turn that into the bag. And lastly, I will move my surveyor. So I'm going to play strategically here. I'm going to move only 1 spot here. And the reason I want to do that is because the rate is going to move to 4 next turn, so if I excavate, I'm going to excavate all 4. Or I could have gone here and just excavate the 3 and then the 1 there, but I'd rather go here and get the 6 points. So that's what I did. We're done our actions for the round, so let's refresh the contract row. Let's adjust the weather, so this is going to go up. We'll put snow down here. We'll adjust for sun, so this will go up 2, this will go up 1, then we'll get cubes. Alright, here we go. Oh, only 2 ore this time. A lot of stone and coal, and the event cube that now lets us buy trains, so we're able to buy trains. Yippee! Nobody has steel bars anyway, so that won't happen anytime soon. So yellow's first player now. So yellow's got 3 ore. Does he go for a steel bar? Not really. He notices there's only 2 ore, which is not great. He does want to move his guy out of here before the end of the round, I think. He might want to go all the way up there. So what is he thinking about? I think he's gonna move, and he's going to get a card. He's gonna move and get a card. How about that? Yeah. These cards are not great though. So let him get resources and then move. So he'll go there before they all disappear. Because there's not enough here. If he goes 30, he might just get 2 resources. So, okay, so I'm up next. So I'm gonna do what I wanted to do. But before I do that, I know nobody else wants to excavate. So I will actually grab resources before. Green. What does green want to do? No, green's gonna grab a card, I guess. Yeah, he'll grab a card. He has no cards yet. Yellow wanted to move his surveyor. Then I wanted to excavate. And green's still a base camp here. He's got the last 2 workers, so he can play strategic here. So, I mean, he can waste a worker to go first next turn. That's fine. And then he will. Does he want to build in here before he moves? Sure, he'll build in here. That's fine. Let's score him some points. So he'll do that. So let's run through these actions. So starting with yellow, he's gonna grab 3 cubes. He's at 2, 3, or he can't get to 4, 6. I mean. So what he will do is he's gonna be down there, and they don't need stone. So he's gonna grab this so that he can get a temporary worker up there. So we'll give him his coal. I'm gonna go next. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted some ore. So I'll take 3. I'll take 3 stone. Sure. Let's look at my tableau here. I gave my 4th stone, so I'll be able to play there. Okay. So next is green. He's going to be first player next turn. Give him that chunky train. So he's going to... Oh, he still ended up with 3 cubes, which is fine. That's good. Then I'll excavate. So remember, the rate is 4. So I'm going to go here, remove 4. So I'll remove it off this spot here. It goes into my personal supply. And I will add a marker. Boom. I'm already at 6 rubble. That's pretty good. Green's gonna build. So green's got a ton of stone. So he's gonna pay his 4 stone. Sorry, he only needs to pay 3. So he'll pay 3 stone. And build this guy right here. So he's already got 3. So the card he's gonna get is definitely this one. To have 5 housing or stations built for 23 points. Alright, well he's up next. I'll show you how that works. So this is temp worker. We'll just put him back in the pub. So he's going to grab this card for sure. The ability is terrible, but he might use it later on. But he can easily get the 23 points in this scenario. He just has to get his worker up to the cable car. So we'll give that to green. And yellow, move his surveyor. So yellow really wants to move all the way up there because now he can use his coal to get temporary workers. So he's gonna go over there. And that's it. So now we refill the cards. We'll move this up. We got rain coming. And now we adjust for weather. So both of these go down by 1. No, we can get rid of this. In some scenarios you might want to keep it there. I mean, in this one you could, if you had this train, keep it there, but it's useless. So let's get our cubes. Okay, lots of ore this time. Alright, so we got our first rail event, so we'll look at our rate as 1. So the AI will build one rail. So here it is. We'll just chuck it from the game. And we don't need it. Okay. Next, so green was first player, right? Yeah, because he took that last spot there. So he's got 2 stone, 2 ore, and a coal, and nothing else. And there's nothing to do at this station. So we're going to use one of his 2 for sure to move his surveyor, but there's unlimited spots there. He's not going to go there first. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 cubes in the market, in the stockyard. So he doesn't care what cubes he gets, so he'll stay first player. He'll just do that. Yellow's going to go next. So yellow can build for his temporary worker next turn. That'll be good, yeah. So let him do that. Actually, he'll get another coal and then build there, so next turn he'll have more options. Actually, he would have gone first because no difference. I'll go second. Green's gonna move his surveyor. Yellow's gonna do the build. And my pink guy is going to actually run the conversion. Here we go. So I'll get ready with some steel. Should I do that now? Or should I build? I will actually build. Let me build. Actually, do I want any of these contracts? Oh yeah, double excavation. I love that card. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so let's run through this. So yellow's gonna go first. They wanted for sure the coal. So now they're sitting at 5 ore. They're gonna need at least one more to get to 6 to get their second steel bar. And I don't think they need stone unless they go there later on. So let him get more steel bars for now. So that's what I'll take. Then I'll go. So I'm sitting at the same thing. I'm sitting at 5 ore. So I'll take at least 1. And I will take the 2 stone. So let's do that. No, actually, I will take another ore. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 7 ore and 5 stone. Wow. Okay, then green's gonna stay first player. He's gonna take, I guess this. Now the building step. So great. So yellow's gonna turn in a coal. Add a marker on this one to get his temporary worker for next turn. So I'll put it in the reserve area that I have here. And that was this guy. And pink's gonna go next, which is me. And I'm gonna turn in 4 stone to place here. And this spot, what it does is whenever you build here, you get a contract. So I'm actually going to take this double excavation contract here. I love this card. It's a double excavation, so when you look at the rate here, you just double it, and that's what you're excavating when you're doing action D. So I'll put that in my tableau area here. And then finally, green's going to move. So green's is here. He's got a couple of options. You can either move here or move where yellow is. He sees that I'm almost done there, so I don't think there's a point of him joining me in that spot. So he's gonna go join yellow up there, and maybe he's gonna advance even further later. Let me put him right there. And there we go, there's all the actions. We'll refill the card row. We'll adjust the weather. Oh, it's gonna be, the rates are gonna go really down, so they're gonna go down to 1 in a couple of rounds. Okay, but first we're gonna do our snow stuff. So snow, the rate is 3, so you're gonna start going down. What's the first thing that it hits that's partially or fully excavated? This. So it's gonna add 2 cubes to that spot. So up to its maximum. 1 or 2 cubes up to its maximum. So there you go. And this was a late track, so late tracks don't count. So we skip it. Alright, so let's get our cubes. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, 3 coal. There's only like 6 in the bag, and that's, I think all of them are out now. Oops, sorry. So advanced snow, we already know nothing's gonna happen because it would have hit, oh actually we're gonna add a cube here. So that fully, I got full really fast. I'm gonna re-add these to the bag because of this. And now we're ready to go. So yellow has their extra worker for this round. Green is first player. So green has a couple of options. He does have 7 ore, so he can go get his 2 steel bars and get ready to build down there. Or he can start excavating. The rate is 3, so he can get the points. So yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll do that just so he can get the points. Yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow, I think, is going to do the exact same thing, so we can excavate down there. And that sucks, because that's what I wanted to do. I really wanted to excavate. That's not good. So, what I'll do is I'll make sure to get these two ore, so that it brings me up to 9. And I will have enough for 3 steel bars. Now they know that, and that sucks, because they're gonna be stuck with nothing. So whoever goes here is gonna end up with, let's say I take 3, next guy takes 3, it's gonna end up with 1 coal. Yeah, so they're not gonna do that, that's for sure. So they're gonna excavate there. What else do they want to do? I think green. Can green build there? He could build there. He can go steal that extra worker from yellow before yellow can act. Right from yellow's nose. So yellow's gonna go convert. Then what will I do? See, I wanted to convert now. That's terrible. They're getting in my way. They're getting in my way. So I'll go grab a card. I don't have any cards, so let me go get a card. Well, I do have a card. I have the double excavation, but... And yellow's last to act, so I guess he'll go first player. Yeah. So let's run through this quick. So I'll go first. I'll grab this. Not grabbing any coal just yet. I don't know if I'm gonna get a train this game. Yellow's gonna go next. They're gonna be first player. Let's give them the train. So they'll take these 3. Alright, then excavation. Green's gonna go first. So the rate is 3. So he's gonna take these 3 cubes up here. Personal supply. And add an ownership marker. Wow, that's great. 6 points for that. And then yellow's gonna go next. So excavate. Same concept. 3 cubes. I'm gonna grab these 3. Personal supply. Take a token. He gets 5 points. Wow. So we did that for 3. I got a 6. Oh, I got a 6 and a 5. Okay. Interesting. Alright, yellow's gonna convert. So he's gonna be I'll put his 3rd worker back in the hub, but he's gonna convert the... Here we go. He's got the 6 ore, and you know what? He doesn't care about rubble. I'll get rid of 2 rubble. So that's 2 steel bars. And the stone comes from the bag, so let me just reach in there quick, if I can find one. There we go. Let's get that to yellow. Move this token. Alright, green's gonna go build. So what green's gonna do, he's gonna get rid of his coal. He doesn't have any steel bars yet, so he's gonna get rid of his coal. He's gonna build right here and get his temporary worker for next turn. He'll be last player though, but maybe it'll help him out. And then I'll grab a card. So the card I really want is this one for 8 rubble. So I'm already at 6, so just 2 more rubble, I'll get 8 points. And this, whenever I take the A action there, I get +2. So if I had 2 guys in there, I'll get an extra 4 cubes. So I gotta time it right. So I'll show you that in my tableau. And there you go, that's all the actions. We'll refill the card row here. We'll adjust the weather. Raining again. Oh wow, okay, so it's gonna be pretty slow excavation for a while. Alright, let's get cubes. Alright, here we go. Another coal, wow, so much coal. Alright, another event, so it's excavation. The rate is 2, so 2 cards worth, so this one and this one. So those are gone. Alright, so yellow's first player. So yellow does have steel. So yellow could build there or wait to lay track. But he's so far from excavating for track that I guess he'll just build. There's nothing else that he can do there. I'm second player. I really want my 3 steel bars, so I'll go there. Green. Green. What does green do? Green's gonna go for resources. Yellow. Yellow's gonna go for resources. I'm not gonna go for resources. I'm actually gonna go excavate the 4 rubble there with my double excavation because it's gonna go down to 1, so it's gonna take me forever to dig that point value out there. So I might as well do it now. Green's gonna go twice in a row. He's at the end there. He really needs to get steel bars, but that won't help him. So he's only got 1 card and doesn't help him. It's the one that he gets to move a guy. Actually, you know what? He'll do it this round because he won't need the double cube. So he's gonna put 1 guy here to be first player, and he's gonna put the other guy here to get a card. So let's run through this. So he's actually gonna use this card here. He can move one of his laborers to a different spot. So he'll remove this guy just so he can stay first player here. And he'll go grab the other card. He'll grab 2 cards. Alright, so yellow's gonna go. What does he want? Yellow has literally nothing, so gonna get 2 and 1. Might help him out. Green's gonna go. He's gonna be first player. We'll give him the fat train token. So he's got 4 ore, so that'll give him 6. And that'll give him 4 stone. So we'll do that. Then excavate. So I will actually use my card here. So double excavation. We'll tap it. So the way that works is the rate is 2, but it's going to be 4. So I'll take all these 4 cubes here. I'll go into my personal supply. So boom, I'm already above 8. So I've already got this objective done. Yeah. So then I also put an ownership marker on the card. There you go. So conversion. I got my 9. A lot of ore here. I got 9, so that's gonna give me 3 steel bars. I could also exchange rubble into stone, but I figure I'm gonna need steel bars if I just go around here for rail, or the this needs rail and the rail is up there too, or steel, I mean. All right, so now yellow is gonna build. So yellow is gonna give up 1 of their steel bars and put an ownership marker on the 10 spot here. That's fantastic for him, actually. And now green's gonna go twice, grab 2 cards, and he's first player. Wow, good turn for green. So looking at these cards here, he's got an objective for stations, so he has nothing for rubble and rail. This 3 for 24 is one of the best returns in the game. So he'll take this, see if he can lay 3 track. And oh, this is another track card. Oh man. Okay, so he'll take these 2. He doesn't want to end up with trying to get 5 tracks, so he'll get these 2 cards. And alright, so we're done. Let's refill the card row here. Ooh, that's an easy one to get. Alright, there you go. So let's adjust the weather. Oh, rain again. Oh boy. Looks like we're going to be spinning our wheels for a long time here. We're going to have to wait for the game to excavate for us because we're not going to be going anywhere. Yeah, there you go. Let's refill the cubes. Alright. Looks like a ton of ore. It's probably all the ore I put back in the bag when I got my train. So the tax or maintenance event happened, so now we can get a train without too much worry. So green is first player and they have an extra worker. So what do they want to do? What do they want to do? Does he want to, oh no, he's got to jump on this conversion before, he's the last one without steel bars, so he's definitely going to do that. Yellow, does yellow use their last steel bar on that spot? He's going to look here at the cards too. Yeah, you know what? He'll build there. Force everyone, because as soon as they all build in there, there's nothing left. They're going to move on to the next spot here. Bunch of vultures. And I'm going to go next. Well, let's look at my tableau here. I got 3 steel bars and 2 stone. So I'm actually gonna go get a train. And maybe yellow will get a train too. Who knows? We'll see what the other guys do. Green. So green's gonna be on conversion. He's gonna go first to try to get more ore so that when he converts he gets more steel. Does that make sense? Yellow's holding on to 4 stone. Yellow's gonna move. He's gonna move his guy. Sure. Move. Then after yellow, it's pink. Pink, pink, pink. I'm the last player. You know what? I hate going last. I'll be first. How about that? Then green is up. Green, green, green. What does green want to do with his last action? He's gonna excavate for 1. That'd be horrible. That'd be a pretty crappy turn. You know what? He wants to stay there. He's gonna want to build there. So he's gonna get another card. Alright, so let's run through this. So green's gonna go first. He's gonna grab the 3 ore so we can get better return or an extra steel. I'm gonna go next. I'll be first player, get that chunky train. But actually, green, haha, played it smart. He's gonna use this card so he stays first player. And I'm like, no! What a waste! I still get my 3 cubes. And because I might get a train, I'll go get a coal now. Makes sense. Actually, you know what? I'll use this card. I'll tap it. It gives me an extra 2 cubes. Non-black, so I'll take, it's 5 cubes in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll take those 5. I was running low on everything, so at least now I have enough for a steel bar and 3 stone. Alright, so that was that action. Green's gonna go next. Actually, green's gonna use his other card here to get a better rate 2 times. So he's gonna exchange 4 for 2 steel bars and then another 3 for another steel bar. That's 3 steel bars for only 7 ore. Then build. So yellow has a choice. He only has 1 steel bar, so if he gets a train, it has to be this train. It's the only one that costs 1 steel bar, or he built into that spot for 8 points. He notices that green just got a ton of steel, but he might move to that spot there. You know what? He's gonna use up his steel bar. Yeah, he's got, you know what? He's got a lot of coal. He's going to use up his steel bar for a train. He'll do that. He's going to take the train that just does nothing. No ability, just extra coal. Well, but he's got 4 coal, so he can last a long time powering up this temporary worker. Actually, I did forget to put the green guy back last turn. Let's put that back. Actually, it's this turn he's supposed to go back. Alright, so that was yellow. So pink, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'll have to use up 2 steel bars to get a train. So which ones do I want? This one gives me a free build. There's not that many build spots on the board, so it's kind of useless. This is an extra rail. Not that many tracks in this game, so it's useless. I can either get the extra cube or the one that gives me a better rate for steel bars. I mean, I've only got 1 coal. Ugh. That's a good question, good question. Or I can take this very crappy extra, but we're gonna be like... Guess I'll take the extra. I don't really like this train. It's not one of my favorites. It takes a lot to pay back, so its effectiveness, but you know what? I'll grab the conversion one. The only reason I'm doing that is because there's a ton of coal in the stockyard, so if I go there every turn I can get a bunch of coal and power it up anyway. This one stayed there. So I'll get this train. Just look at my tableau here. So already I just need 1 more ore and I can get a steel bar. Alright, so that was that action. So green's gonna grab a card. So what does green want to do? So green's got one for rail, one for rubble, one for housing. I guess he'll take one for getting a surveyor up the mountain. Oh, actually he'll take this one. This allows him to move his surveyor and 2 points for coal at the end of the game. This is always useful. Easy points. And lastly, yellow's gonna move. Now, I think what yellow wants to do is move here to use his steel bars here. He's gonna move one spot. And those, because he doesn't have any cards, that's a good place for him. He can put a bunch of cards in there. Okay, so there you go, that's the round. So let's refill the card row here. Again, rain? Are you kidding me? So essentially for 3 rounds in a row we're going to be stuck like this. Which sucks because we're not going to be able to lay rail or anything unless somebody moves down to lay it here. Well, we'll get the objective to lay some rail first. But alright, so let's get our cubes. Alright, seems like the coal that people are using to get steel bars coming out every round. Oh, here we go. So we got an event. It's only lay rail 1, so it'll build here. Check this card from the game. Okay, well, the problem with this game is if it's always raining and the rate's always low, the game's going to last a long time because it's hard for us to excavate the rubble out of there. But anyway, let's keep going. So green's first. So what does green want to do? Green is definitely going to either build or get a train, so we'll do that. What's yellow want to do? I mean, yellow. Start excavating. You know what, he's gonna... He might go both spots to excavate there to get his marker on that spot there. Who knows? There's a ton of ore, so let's go to the second spot here. Green's next. I mean, green... You know what? Green's gonna take both spots. You know what? He's gonna block us out. Why not? Yellow. Yellow's gonna excavate. He's gonna try to remove all that rubble. I'm last. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, I'll convert. Yeah, now we're sort of stuck for a couple of rounds. We're gonna need put it back in the bag, but we're gonna need some events to come out to remove this rubble, or else we're all gonna be stuck here. Okay, so let's do this. So I'll be first player. Take 3 cubes. I'm gonna take 3 ore. That's because when I do that, I'll get 3 steel bars. But he's gonna excavate twice. The rate is only 1, so that's a whole 2 cubes. But more importantly, he gets to put out his marker. 3 points right there. I'm gonna go next. So I got 6 ore. Gives me 3, because I got that special train. My 6 ore, I can get 3 steel bars. Boom! I just got a free steel bar. All right, so he's gonna build and get a train. So he's gonna turn in 1 steel bar to build. So that'll take care of that. Let's go out there, and he'll give up 2 steel bar to get a train. Which one does he want? I guess he'll take this this excavation one. Maybe he can start excavating for us and get a ton of rubble and maybe get some objectives for rubble. Who knows? Let's do that. There you go. So that's that. I did forget to use everyone's extra 3rd worker this round, but no matter. We'll use it next round. The weather. Hey, sunny days finally! But we're still 2 rounds away from that happening. So let's adjust the weather. Nothing happens. Obviously, we'll get some cubes. Okay, next turn. So looks like we got 2 events coming up. Place these cubes where they belong. So 2 events, snow. It won't matter, it'll add only snow here, and then the rail, it'll lay 1 rail, so that's added again. Alright, so here we go. So at the start of the round, everyone's gonna pay a coal. Actually, is there a point on this round? Let me see. Who wants to do an extra action this round? I don't. Do I? Do I want to do it? Sure, why not? Is green one? No, green's gonna sit there, I think. So yellow and pink will pay for their extra workers, I think. So yellow and pink. So, alright, I'm first player. So I'm gonna build right away. The reason I want to do that is I'm gonna build there to get a card before the card row is filled up. Green second player. Green doesn't have anything much to do. I mean, he does have the contract to get more coal. He can. What is he gonna do? Yeah, sure. Why not? Sure, he'll go there. Try to get some coal. What's yellow gonna do? Yellow's gonna do double excavation again. Is that what's happening? No, yellow's gonna go be first player and get some. Yeah, he's gonna try to build there to get a contract card. That's what he wanted to do. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get cubes, I guess. I don't know. We're all stuck here. Can't do anything. We're all waiting for the rate to go up. Green. Green's just gonna get a card because there's nothing else to do. Yellow. Yellow's gonna run that conversion. Then I say, no, that's what I wanted to do. It's 1. Should I take out 1 rubble? A whole 1 rubble? A whole 1 rubble. Actually, no, I wanted. Oh, I technically wanted this card. Oh, 5 rail. I'm not gonna get 5 rail. This is useless. So if I go there, I know for sure I'm gonna be stuck with this card. That's not what I want, because that card is very useless to me right now. I can't lay rail. I can excavate for 1. I don't want to move my guy. So let me go get a rubble cube. Hey, look at that. Okay, so let's run through this. So green's first. What does green need? Green's gonna try to get a ton of stone so he can get there, but he also wants black cubes, and he's missing. So he'll take 1 of each. So he can get a steel bar, get stone, and get 2 points for or power up his train anyway. So I'll go next. So I want 1 of these for sure to power my 3rd worker. I do have 3 stone. I do have 3 steel bars. I'm not gonna need ore for a while, I think. Take 1 of each. Sure. Yellow's gonna go. He's gonna be first player. Oops, I did forget to put out yellow's 3rd worker. What do you want to do? Oh yeah, he wanted to build here. Sorry about that. So yellow's gonna be first player. I have to give him his 3 cubes. He definitely is gonna take 1 of these. And he's at 4 stone. Actually, no. He's gonna take 3 ore, so that when he converts, he can get 2 steel bars instead of just having 1. Alright, so there you go. So excavate. I take out 1 whole cube. There you go. That's it. That's all. So conversion. So yellow's gonna get 2 steel bars. Give that to yellow, even though he's gonna waste it right now. Alright, so I'm gonna build. So I'm gonna use up a steel bar to build here. So I'll put my marker out. So the card I really wanted is this one, which allows me to fully excavate a following spot. So next turn I can do over there and maybe lay some track or something. I'll figure it out. That was this guy. Who's next? Yellow's gonna go next. So he's building. He's gonna give up one of his steel bars. Oops, goes here. He's gonna put his marker down on one of those two. Obviously, take the higher number. And he gives him a contract. So he'll take this contract, which leaves green with this very terrible contract that he probably will never even use, or he can't achieve it when he won't be able to use it because it's useless. But that's how life goes. Green's gonna get this because he's already got another objective for 3 rail. So that was a useless turn for green. Let's refill the card row. Please don't be. Oh, look at that, a couple of rain. Oh my god, it's always rain all the time. Alright, either way, so this is not going to change anything. But at least next turn I will go up to 3. Alright, so let's grab our cubes. Alright, so here we go. So no stone. I guess we're all going to hang on to our stone until we go there. But I did get an event here. So it's a rubble, so it's 1. So this whole card's gone. Here, and we'll add these back into the bag. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So yeah, before we start, I think that this turn everyone's gonna use their ore. No, their coal. No, I think put these guys back. Who's gonna have an extra turn now? Let's see. I think we're all gonna hold on to our coal this turn because we're gonna wait for that rate to go up to 3 so we can fight for the excavation. So yellow's gonna go first. What they're gonna do is they're just gonna try to stay first. They don't care what resources they get. That's fine. I'm up next, and what I will do is I will actually get cubes, and then I will lay some tracks. I can lay track here. And green doesn't want to be left out of the party here, so yellow could excavate for 1. Kind of useless. You can grab another. He's only got 2 cards. Actually, he can build. To get a card. Yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll build. He'll get a card, and he'll probably get this one because he can satisfy that one quite easily. Then I'll go lay track, and green will. Green can never do anything. Green's just gonna grab a rubble cube, wait another turn. No, this time he's gonna go grab a card he can actually use. Oh man, it's not looking good for green, that's for sure. Maybe he's got better options, I don't see them. Somebody in the forums are gonna tell me I'm an idiot, but it's hard to keep track of 3. Alright, so let's run through these. So I'm gonna go first. Let's look at my tableau. I think I'm gonna take 1 of each. So I'm ready for a steel bar. I got 5 stone, and I got my coal to power up my 3rd worker. Green's gonna go. So green's at 5 stone. Those spots there are 7, 6, 5, and 4. So he's gonna be ahead of the stone game, and he scores extra 2 points for each of those. So he'll do this, 1 of each as well. And then yellow, oops, yellow stays first player, and he'll take 2 and 1. Doesn't have really much of a choice. Alright, so lay track. Yay, finally we get to lay some track. So I'll give up a steel bar to lay track here. First one. Then yellow will go. He'll lose a steel bar to build in that spot there. One of his markers. So that one will give him a contract here. So he's holding a contract for 2 rail already and 10 rubble-ish. So he can take the 5 housing. So he's already on 6 houses, 7 houses. Wow, he can actually do both of these. Although he'll never lay the amount of tracks necessary. So he'll take the higher point value one. I'll take that one. He's already satisfied it. That's 15 points, man. So green's gonna go. Green Green's got something for how he's got contracts for literally everything, so he'll take the easier one to do. So maybe he can actually satisfy this contract. So we'll do that. And that's the end of the round. So let's refill this. Yes, sunny days, yay! That'll speed up the game. So we'll adjust for sun. So 1, 2, 1. If snow event hits, nothing will actually happen. So let's just grab some cubes. Oh wow, okay, well, just all ore. I guess we're all holding on to the stone, so I don't think we're gonna add more stone. Okay, so I sort of lied. I just noticed that one was missing 1 cube, so we'll add 1 cube back to here, and then lay track. Well, guess what? It's gonna be this one. Chuck it from the game. There you go, it's gone. Let's just get rid of it. Alright. Okay. So yellows. So this round, everyone's going to use a coal to get their 3rd worker. Boom. So we're all set. Everyone's ready to go. So who's going to be the first to try to get there? So yellow's first. So yellow for sure is going to try to excavate there to get his points. That's for sure. For sure. Next is pink. I'm going to want to move my surveyor by the end of the round for sure, so I can get closer to there, because there's nothing else to do down here. Maybe I'll excavate and lay track there and then move up. Sure, that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll excavate, lay track. Yeah. Green's going to... Green just has to get out of there. Green wants to go build down there. Green's just gotta grab resources and get out of here. So he's gonna convert to get ready. Actually no, he needs... Oh, actually he doesn't have enough... Oh man, he wants to race there because he needs rubble. He just remembered that he needs rubble to climb up this mountain. And they're taken. Oh no. Oh no. He wishes that there was the opposite here, where he can turn stone into rubble. Oh no. Okay, so he's gonna go first to grab... Oh, there's not even stone to grab here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think green just screwed up. Alright, he'll get steel bars. Maybe he can lay the track there. Alright, let's see what he can do. Yeah, let's see what he can do. Yellow. Don't like his chances. Yellow's gonna excavate there. Gonna grab... He's gonna be first player. Then I want to lay track. Green's gonna move. Then yellow's gonna... Yellow's gonna move. Everyone's gonna go to the end, I think. Then I'm gonna move. So the order actually matters. Actually not in this scenario. There's other scenarios where it matters. And green, I guess he'll grab a card. There's literally nothing else for him to do. So that's what we'll do. Alright, so let's run through this. So yellow's gonna be first player. So he'll take 2 and 1. Sure. Whatever. So excavation, the rate is 3. So he'll go 1, 2, and 3. So he'll put his marker out there. There you go. And that was him. So I'm gonna do the same thing. 1, 2. But remember the rule that my range of action is between stations. So I can't actually excavate my 3rd rubble from there because it's past the next station. So I'll just keep those 2 cubes. How's this guy? Green's gonna do a conversion. He's just gonna get 1 steel bar. Then I'm gonna lay track, so I'll get rid of 1 steel bar to lay a track here. It's only 2 points, but it lets me satisfy a contract. And finally, green's gonna grab a card. Ugh. Track, track, track. Cubes, cubes, excavation. Oh, maybe you can do a double excavation next turn to try to get the cubes to go climb the mountain. This will be very helpful. So he'll keep that card. That might have saved him. Oh, I forgot to remove this. Then everyone's gonna move. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Actually, maybe green would have stayed there, so he can excavate there. The decisions in this game. What does he want to do? Let me just double check. No, he's gonna stay there. Double excavation. He'll get the 4 cubes, which will give him enough to climb the mountain. That's fine. So we'll do that. Let's refill the card roll here. So everyone did move. So let's get these guys back into the pub. So let's refresh. Move this down. Sun. Everything go down by 1, but we get 2 sun events in a row. Yeah, let's grab some cubes. Alright. So probably maybe the last turn of the game, because I just noticed that if that track is late, it's going to trigger the end game. There's only 2 spots left. So we got a rebel event here, so the rate is, oh, it is 2. It'll remove everything from here and here. Alright, so that's gone. We'll put these back in the bag, although I don't think there's going to be another turn. So this turn everyone's going to use a coal cube. So this is probably the last turn. I just realized that they're going to lay track and everyone's going to race up the mountain. Although nobody's going to be able to get up the mountain. Oh no, unless somebody... Ooh, yellow might go. Yellow might use all their workers to go up the mountain and get 16 points. Okay, so let's see how things go. So everyone's going to use their extra workers. Alright, so I definitely want to lay track. Okay, but it's yellow first. So yellow. What does yellow want to do? Yellow has 2 options. He can excavate. He does also want to build. He has a 4, so he can get the 8 points there. Oh, that'll screw me over as well. If he builds, I won't be able to build and use my stone. Yeah, he's gonna mess with although he can mess with green. Oh man, green's gonna get the shaft this game, I think. Although, no, you know what green's gonna... well, it's pink next. I'm gonna go lay rail. But what green's gonna do, it's because the order does matter, because he can reach the summit first. So he's gonna go first. Actually, no, wait. Let me take that back. Pink would have built. There we go, that's what I would have done. To screw green over. So now green can't build. Now what green would do is first he will go into the summit here. Then yellow is going to follow him up the mountain. Then I will lay rail. And green will go up the mountain. Then yellow will go up the mountain. And now it's pink. So I'm actually going to grab a contract. Because even if I move 2, it won't make a difference. I'll just lose 2 cubes for nothing. And then green's last action would be to lay rail. So there you go. So this is going to trigger the end game for sure. So let's do it. So yellow's going to go, pink's going to go first. I'm going to get rid of a steel bar. I'm going to put a marker on that one there. I won't bother turning the card over. We all know how it works. Green's going to go lay rail. And get rid of a steel bar. I'm going to put his marker on this one. So he laid a whole 1 rail. Pink laid 3. Yellow laid 0 rail. Okay. Oh, actually, maybe he was going to excavate. No, he wanted to build and reach the top of the mountain. Yeah, there's no point of excavating. Okay, so yellow was going to build. So yellow had 4 stone. So yellow's going to put his marker on the 4 stone for 8 points. Then pink's going to go. So I have 5 stone. Oh. 5 stone. I'll turn that in. Put my marker on the 5 stone here. I can build there because it's free of rubble, the route up the mountain. Then grab a card. I mean, I can satisfy this. Do I have enough rubble for this? Let me count. No, I'm missing. I can satisfy this, so I'll just take it. And then finally, look, so they're going to move up the mountain. So green's going to go. So 1, 2, that's 4 cubes. Let's put 4 cubes. And then yellow's going to go. So that's the same thing. 1, 2, that's 4 cubes. And then green's going to go. So that's 1, 2, so that's only 2 cubes. But he's the first one up the mountain. Wow, they both ended up with exactly 6 rubble. And then he's gonna go, he's gonna move his guy 2. 1, 2. So there you go. So that's 2 rubbles. So if you look at their tableau, they have 0 rubble. So all their objectives are rubble, they cannot satisfy. Alright, so there's the end game. All the tracks are laid, so let's just calculate the points.